Have you ever forgotten something incredibly important? An essential appointment, the name of someone you just met, or even where you left your car keys? What makes our brain, this incredible machine capable of storing trillions of pieces of information, betray us in these crucial moments? Forgetting seems like a failure, but it's actually one of the greatest mysteries of the human brain. Today, we will explore what lies behind this enigma. You are about to uncover something profound about yourself and how your mind works. This is the first step to unlocking the power of your brain. Let's get started. Imagine searching your entire house for your keys, or trying to recall the name of someone you just spoke to. These frustrating situations are more common than we'd like to admit. But why does this happen? Forgetting isn't just a failure of our mind. It's a reflection of how the brain prioritizes what it deems relevant. The information overload of daily life often leads us to overlook details that our brain considers less important. But do we forget simply because we have too much on our minds? Or is there something deeper at play? Let's dive in further. The human brain is like an incredibly sophisticated filing system. It processes short-term memories, such as what you just heard, and decides which ones should be stored long-term. The hippocampus, a crucial region of the brain, acts like a librarian, organizing and cataloging memories. However, not everything makes it to the important shelf. The prefrontal cortex also plays a role, helping to filter out what should be discarded. But why do we forget things that seem clearly important? The brain doesn't always get at this selection process right. This brings us to understand the positive side of forgetting. Forgetting isn't a mistake, but an essential evolutionary mechanism. Our brain wasn't designed to remember everything. It prioritizes what it considers most relevant for our survival. For example, discarding old or irrelevant information creates space for learning something new. Think of a computer. If you overload it with unnecessary files, it slows down. The brain does the same to optimize its performance. Forgetting, therefore, is a filtering tool that protects us from mental overload. But what determines what we forget or retain? Let's dive deeper into this in the next chapter. There are several factors that influence how memory works: stress, lack of sleep, information overload, and even the environment we live in. When we're stressed, our brain releases hormones like cortisol, which can interfere with memory storage. Lack of sleep, in turn, disrupts the process of consolidating long-term memories. Then, there's distraction. When we don't pay attention to what we're doing, it's impossible to remember it later. Understanding these factors is the first step to improving our relationship with memory. Now, let's explore the fascinating concept of neural pruning. Did you know the brain cleans information to improve its performance? This is called neural pruning. Think of it like a gardener trimming dead branches to make a tree grow stronger. During learning, the brain forms numerous connections, but not all of them are maintained. The less used ones are eliminated, making room for stronger and more useful connections to flourish. This explains why we forget skills or information that we don't practice or revisit. Understanding neural pruning helps us see forgetting as a strategy, not a flaw. Now let's learn how we can use this knowledge to enhance our memory. If forgetting is a natural part of how the brain works, how can we improve our memory? There are effective techniques you can use daily. One is association, linking new information to something you already know. Spaced repetition is another powerful tool, helping to consolidate memories over time. Additionally, practices like meditation and physical exercise promote brain health and enhance your ability to remember. With these strategies, you can train your mind to retain what truly matters and minimize forgetting. Now let's explore how emotions impact memory. Why do we remember emotionally charged moments, like a major achievement or a significant loss? The answer lies in the amygdala, a brain region that links memories to emotions. When something impacts us emotionally, our brain marks that memory more intensely, making it more accessible. This explains why traumatic or extremely joyful events are so easy to recall. Emotions act as an amplifier for our memories, ensuring that what holds deep emotional significance isn't forgotten. However, this emotional connection can also trick us, as in cases of distorted memories or recollections that don't align with reality. In the next chapter, we'll explore how these memories shape our perception of the world and ourselves. Did you know that not all the memories we have are completely true? Sometimes the brain can create or modify memories based on suggestions, emotions, or gaps in information. This phenomenon is known as false memory. It's as intriguing as it is concerning because our decisions and perceptions can be based on something that never actually happened. False memories can arise in situations as simple as hearing a story repeatedly or in more serious scenarios, such as courtroom testimonies. Understanding how they form helps us see the mind as a storyteller that isn't always reliable, but is incredibly adaptable. Now that we've explored how and why we forget, the question arises, how can we turn forgetting into an advantage? The key is to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing forgetting as an obstacle, we can view it as an opportunity to reinforce learning. Revisiting important information, organizing ideas, and practicing mindfulness are ways to transform what we forget into lasting knowledge. By understanding and accepting the brain's limitations, we also learn to use it more effectively. In the end, forgetting isn't just an end, it's the beginning of a continuous cycle of learning and growth. Keep exploring, learning, and believing. Your mind might be the key to transformations you can't even imagine. If you enjoyed this content and want to keep exploring the mysteries of the human mind, don't forget to like the video. Your like helps us reach more people interested in this kind of content. Share it with friends and family who might also find inspiration in this message, and leave your comment below. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. We're always exploring new ideas and discoveries that can transform the way you think and live. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.